A message for CrossFit. As you can see behind me, I own a small CrossFit affiliate. If you guys didn't know the story, about a year and a half ago, I was really close to selling my gym. And it was just because I got to the point where I was so burnt out. I was so tired. I have a passion for CrossFit and for helping people. But when you're so tired, you get to the point where you just can't see an end in sight. And I got to that point. And luckily, I found some help. So over the past year and a half, I have been getting business mentorship help from Two Brain Business. They have helped save everything about my business. I now have hope for the future. I now have more revenue, and I have like systems in place. So now that I'm into this position, I feel like I have advice to give. I'm gonna show you guys some clips from the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. They had Jason Khalipa on the podcast. He is a local guy here. I'm also from the San Francisco Bay Area. He's somebody I look up to, and I watch this podcast, timestamp sometimes, and I want to talk about some things that they talked about in the video.
You know, here's my big takeaways from that. They had Jordan speak about sales to affiliate owners, which is like, I never heard of that before, meaning the fact that CrossFit is not talking about sales or even discussing business is like such a major step in the right direction. I cannot express how happy I am to see that.
Jumping right in, he's going right into sales. And I love that because I will be honest with you guys, a year and a half ago, I didn't know the importance of following up with leads. I mean, sure, I would get a hold of people when they emailed me and I would have them come in, but I didn't track anything. I didn't keep track of anything. I didn't follow up with people months down the road, you know? So now that there's a process in order, and there's a system, I have a sales binder, I have a process, I practice talking to people about my service. It's gotten a lot better. And so I see the importance now after hiring a business mentor, but if I didn't hire the business mentor, I would still be stuck in the same rut.
We need to start having these conversations on how to enhance the product on the floor and then also the business acronym so we can start paying our coaches premiums so we can start having professional coaches on the floor to rise the entire tides. And I think that's ultimately where CrossFit's at right now, which is really exciting. You walk in and you have a poor experience at a CrossFit gym, you're gonna go tell 3 friends that CrossFit sucks, just like jiu-jitsu. But if you go in, you have a phenomenal experience, someone who cares, someone who starts on time, doesn't just play the music or whatever, the place is clean, etc. You're gonna go tell 3 friends about how awesome CrossFit is. And if we could do that on a magnifying scale across thousands and thousands of affiliates, that's how you go from 3 million people doing CrossFit to 30 million people. And I'm convinced of that.
You're looking at a small affiliate, you're looking at somebody who used to do all the classes by themselves, but over the last year, I've know the importance of removing yourself from the coaching role so you can spend it on higher value things. Now, with that said, for me in this spot, being a small affiliate right now with revenue not so big, it's just the amount of money it costs for the certs, right? So for me personally, what I've done is with my main coach, I signed up for a gym membership at Jason Khalipa's gym, NC Fit. It's a punch card. We travel about 25 minutes there and then 25 minutes back, so about an hour, but I find it so beneficial that I can be around proven winners, right? Jason Khalipa is a proven winner, and he allows me to go to his gym and I'm able to listen and talk to his coaches, watch how they run the class, watch how they conduct themselves. And it has helped me way more than any cert. And so maybe in the future, if we can be in touch with other gyms, like locally, there's a guy, Craig Howard, he owns Diablo up in Lafayette, like 900 members. What if we were able to go drop into their gyms, become friends with them? That would enhance our product on the floor more than just me saving up money and sending them to a cert.
I think that we're mutually aligned on where the affiliate needs to go. And that was the biggest thing for me. The inconsistencies at the affiliate level, the lack of even trying to support has always been a struggle for me. And that's different now.
I definitely know the feeling. I was an affiliate when Greg was here, and CrossFit, you guys never got a hold of us, you know, and which was fine because it was just like, hey, we got to do it on our own. But now that you guys are there, it's so much better. Like what I like now is that there's CrossFit guys in leadership positions. So then Austin Maliello, he's now in charge of the affiliates, right? And he's been an affiliate owner. He owned CrossFit Reebok One. He helped run it. He's been in it. He's been in the trenches. He knows what it feels like to be tired. He knows what it feels like to deal with members and to deal, like, it's emotional, right? Like, we're a small affiliate. We're not a big box gym. It's not something that everybody can understand. But now I promise you guys that it feels like you're there for us and you're trying to help small gyms like me.
This idea that you're impacting members' lives is important, but how many lives becomes a really big key component. When I think about it, I think about impacting my family's life by doing something I love, impacting our staff's life, and then therefore impacting our members' life. And the goal is to increase each piece of that. A good affiliate is someone who runs a sound business, who could take home six-figure income, who could pay their coaches extremely well, and then therefore have the means to go do really cool stuff with their community.
All right, top-notch affiliates. I think he's nicely talking to us affiliates. He's saying that if we can't take care of ourselves financially, how can we put together a good product on the floor? And it's so true. Like, you may be able to like run a class great, but that's you're gonna end up burning out like I did. If you can't fill your gym up with people, you're never gonna be able to support yourself. Therefore, you're never gonna be able to support other people. And then for me, it wasn't until I started to have a business mentorship a business mentor that they helped me understand that, right? I think all of us affiliate owners, especially the ones with no business experience, we get into it because we care. We do. That's one thing you can't like take from us, is that we do give a shit about our people. And we just need some help understanding the business side.
Simplify this as much as possible. And people are like, well, I'm not here to make money. I'm like, then stop exchanging money for services. Just do it for free. The second that I like filed for a business license and like go to the IRS and I'm like, here's my business entity and I got a brick and mortar, and I'm like, you have an obligation to run a sound business. Somewhere along the line, we're just like, no, it's just okay to, like, I don't want to run a good business is really kind of like what we're all saying, like, not out loud. Like, no, I don't want to run a good business. I just want to run a business that helps people, in air quotes. I'm being kind of sarcastic. We need to have that conversation, which is like, it's not good enough to just try hard. Listen, it's not enough to just care. Like, it's not enough.
It's enough to care, but you have to care as a business owner, not as a coach. You chose to take on, as an entrepreneur, a business. You did not choose to take on a coaching role. That is a piece of your entrepreneurship journey, but it's not the only piece. We have to be real about that. If you want to be a great coach, dude, go rock and roll, man. But if you want to be an affiliate owner, it's not just about the coaching. It's about all the other skill sets. And if you don't have them, you have to be able to recognize that to create a sustainable business for yourself.
It kind of felt like I was quietly quitting, right? Like, as long as I stayed here by myself and I never went to talk to anybody. You know that China Cho owned a gym 5 minutes from my house, and I never went to go introduce myself because I was too chicken shit to go over there because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was embarrassed of that. That's what I know more affiliates are feeling, especially the ones that got into it with no business experience. They're embarrassed and they see other people doing it and they make it look easy, and it's not. So I think that's what it comes down to, because that's how I felt. The less people I tell, the less people know when I fail.
There may need to be some kind of sloughing off, if you will, with regard to some of the affiliates for the overall benefit of the larger community. And it's very tough for me to say because I'm super passionate about affiliates.
Sloughing off affiliates, and you know what, guys? He's probably right. And if you would have came here 3 years ago, I would have been in that same position. I just think the problem is that the affiliates may not understand or know. They may be in denial of where they're at. But I definitely feel like if you're watching this, you're a small affiliate, you're tired, you're struggling, you know the product on the floor isn't that good. If you really love CrossFit, you should de-affiliate until you're ready to take it super serious.
The community have a duty to share best practices and inspire. I believe that people have a misconception of CrossFit. I want to contribute to breaking down that misconception and not supporting it. And that is one of the major reasons why we want to affiliate with CrossFit, because we have a shared vision that we believe NC Fit and CrossFit have a shared vision on impacting members' lives. A piece of that for me can be having more opportunities to share, like on this podcast, with owners for them just to kind of take a deep breath and say to themselves like, hey, am I treating this like a business or am I treating this like a hobby?
Sharing best practices. And then Jason's the man. He cares, he gives a shit, and you can just totally tell when he says that. Mentorship program has done that for me. I have now access to gym owners who are doing 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a month. And they're helping me. I'm asking questions that I'm sure that they have solved, but they're really there to help. And it's a support system that builds off of each other, right? And so like I'm able to watch the mentors in this room, I'm in this room, and I want to get to their room. So like I'm constantly striving for that, right? And they're encouraging me like, hey, way to go, good win. And so that helps. You know, going back to the summit that CrossFit had, that's what I'm talking about. That is how you help us. You get us around people that are successful, and we are able to feed off of that energy.
Because I think about this a lot. Why are the overwhelming amount of business owners in the CrossFit space averse to the conversation about money? How do we reframe that or kill that idea that it's excellence in the absence of all other things? Because that's just not realistic.
Why are so many affiliates adverse to making money? And it's not that they are, we all want to, it's just that maybe they felt like me before and they just didn't know. They didn't know what they were doing. Maybe they thought sales were bad. I was brought up, sales were terrible. You're a terrible person if you're sales, right? You're trying to like steal from me. That is not what we're doing here. We're helping people. You're helping people, but you're helping them with services that you believe in. I believe in everything that I sell here. And not just that, but I know for sure that it gets results. And so, but it took me a while of understanding that somebody had to show me that that was the way it was, because otherwise I just felt guilty every time I would try to sell something to somebody. It would be like, oh, well, I don't, maybe I'll just do it for free. No, we need to make money so then we can help more people.
We need to have an abundance mindset. We need to stop trying to stifle or hold people back or have this scarcity mindset. That is the mindset of the past and not the future. I just don't get it. We need everybody to be thriving because it's only going to be good for all of us. And if we could share this information, the word virtuosity, doing the common uncommonly well. Why does it stop with business? I want to be uncommonly good at my front desk procedures, coaching development platforms, sales and marketing approach. I want to be uncommonly good at those things.
The abundance mindset, finally, this is my last clip, and another reason why Khalifa's the man. I look up to him so much. He is not a hater, right? He's at the very top of his game, changing thousands of lives, helping people have careers where they're actually doing this for a living, and he still has time to want to help small affiliates like me. It always has seemed like it was like, stay secret, keep everything to yourself. You want to see people fail. But with CrossFit, that's not the case, because if somebody has a bad experience in a CrossFit, then that carries over to the good CrossFits. It doesn't matter. We're all the same, right? We all have the same name, CrossFit. And so if you come in here and you have a bad experience, you're not going to go into Jason's gym, which if you go into his, you're definitely going to have a great experience. So that's what they're trying to help us with. We have a long way to go. We do. And if you guys are an affiliate owner and you're watching this and you're like, damn, I was where you were, you have some things to think about, right? Like you have to understand that we are trying to get 30 million people to do CrossFit. That is the CEO's goal. And in order for us to get there, we all got to get behind him and the mission. And how do we do that? By leveling up and getting better at your craft. CrossFit, thank you guys for everything that you do. I really appreciate you. You gave me a chance to be an affiliate owner when nobody else would give me a chance. And I will never forget that. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Best hour of the day. You guys are fucking awesome. Keep up the good work. Jason, you're the man. I'll come back to the gym soon. I've just been doing a lot of work here at the gym. So see you guys in the next video. Peace.